Welcome to Imperfect in an Uncertain World, resources for living with authenticity and purpose. Fear. We've all felt it. What do you do with it? Let's talk about when fear shows up where hope lives. Now, the world is shifting, it's morphing into something new. I don't believe that we will return to what was. I see this time more as an evolution into what will be. It's a bold time of uncertainty. And there are times that I'm afraid. Maybe you are too. One of the things that I've realized is that Pema Chodron had it right. We live in places that scare us. Well, maybe you don't, but I'll own to being scared by the unfolding uncertainty in this time. Does it stop me from living in this new world? Of course not. Now, uncertainty is never without its companion hope. While there is a lot of fear, those moments, I believe, are opportunities to flex our courage muscles. The fear, the uncertainty, the hope are waking us up to who we truly are. And maybe knowing who we are is the scariest thing of all. Now, collectively and individually, we're walking down this deeply rutted path of uncertainty. We don't know where the path is leading. And if I had to take a guess, I'd say that the world won't ever return to normal. So it's leading into what people have referred to as the new normal. And that probably isn't a bad thing. We may step into some fear on this road, but within those ruts are the fragile stems of hope, and they're beginning to peek out. The key is to be aware of what scares us while allowing the tendrils of hope to energize the way forward. And that's a biggie. We need to pay attention. We need to name our fears, call upon our courage, never give up hope. Because remember that when we acknowledge our fears, we are less likely to get caught in their tangles. When we act with courage, the hold that fear has on us weakens, and hope clears the path into this new way of being. So let's back up a little bit and answer the question, what is courage? Courage is not giving up. It's acknowledging fear. It's being brave enough to venture past our comfort zone into the fierce world of potential. It's looking ourselves in the eye and saying, maybe this shall not pass. We don't have any guarantees, but I will grow through it by being the person I know I am. So we talked about courage. What's hope? Hope is anticipation. It's expectation. It is a willingness to follow our dreams into realization. When we hope, we say to ourselves, don't give up. One more step, one more try, just around the bend. You are not growing into, you are living into who you are. So I also go back to the book that I read about the Shambhala warrior. And we can choose to be a warrior, not a warrior of violence, but a warrior that is gentle and courageous on this quest really to understand ourselves, because that's what this world is about. It's about understanding who we are. And amid the fear, the uncertainty, we can choose to be goodness that radiates hope into the world. So it really is with hope and courage that we are called to discern our role in this untamed world filled with unrealized potential. We are called to act from our contemplative heart, to choose to be anchored in our authentic nature while being a beacon of hope. And sometimes that's the hardest thing in the world, is to be in the moment and recognize what is really happening. We take small steps, engage in brave acts on this journey of sharing ourselves. So you might be saying, how, Van, do we do this? By being aware. 2 tools that increase your awareness are anchoring into the moment and shielding by creating a a permeable barrier between you and the world. So when you anchor into the moment, you're fully grounded into the present moment. You're aware of what is going on. You really are here now. And in shielding, by the permeable barrier, what I talk about is it's actually things can come through, but it's like an early warning system to let you know what is going on. The second thing, discern how you are called to show up. This means contemplatively listening to that voice within. And that takes practice. That's really listening to what I call your intuition. And then act. Be okay with whatever your response is. If an action feels too big, dial it back to where your actions are just outside your comfort zone. Then act. There's no wrong way to do this. There's just a way to really begin to see that faith shows up where hope is. Our fear shows up where hope is. And faith also shows up where hope is. So fear, I believe, will always be with us. And if you're like me, it pops up when you least expect it. But I'm here to tell you fear isn't bad. Fear is an opportunity to courageously show up as our best self. Fear shows us where hope lives when we listen. So I want to thank you for listening, for watching this video today. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're having a little bit of difficulty seeing that fear is showing up where hope lives, contact me. I would love to work with you as a contemplative coach, working on integrating body, mind, spirit, and heart, looking at really what's going on in your life and how can you really begin to listen contemplatively. Additional resources are on my website, vanessafhurst.com. But no matter what you do today, I would hope that you don't run from fear, that you listen to fear's words and find hope within them. Thank you and have a terrific day. Namaste.